before I turned 18. We lived in a one-room rundown shack on the outskirts of New Orleans. We didn't have money for food or rent, to say the least. We were high pressed, and Mama spent every last penny we had to buy me a dancing dress. Well, Mama washed and combed and curled my hair, and she made my eyes and lips. Then I stepped into a satin dancing dress and had to split the side clean up to my hair. It was red velvet trim and it fit me good. Standing back from the looking glass, there stood a woman where a half-grown kid had stood. She said, "Here's your one chance, fancy, don't let me down. Here's your one chance, fancy, don't let me down." Mama dabbed a little bit of perfume on my neck and she kissed my cheek. And then I saw the tears welling up in her troubled eyes as she started to speak. She looked at a beautiful shack and then she looked at me and took a ragged breath. She said, "Your car's right now. I'm real sick and the baby's gonna starve to death." She handed me a heart-shaped locket that said, "To thine own self be true." And I shivered as I watched her wound crawl across the toe of my high-heel shoe. It sounded like somebody else that was talking, asking, "Mama, what do I do?" She said, "Just be nice to the gentlemen, fancy, they'll be nice to you." She said, "Here's your one chance, fancy, don't let me down. Here's your one chance, fancy, don't let me down. Lord, forgive me for what I do, but if you want out, well, it's up to you. Now don't let me down, hon, your mama's gonna move you uptown." That was the last time I saw my mom when I left that rickety shack. The welfare people came and took the baby. Mama died and I ain't been back. But the wheels of fate started to turn if they knew there was no way out. It wasn't very long until I knew exactly what my mom had been talking about. I knew what I had to do when I made myself this solemn vow that I was gonna be a lady someday, though I didn't know when or how. But I couldn't see spending the rest of my life with my head hung down in shame. You know, I might have been born just plain white trash, but fancy wasn't my name. Here's your one chance, fancy, don't let me down. Here's your one chance, fancy, don't let me down. Well, long after a benevolent man took me in off the streets, 1 week later I was pouring his tea in a 5-room hotel suite. Yes, you are. I charmed a king, a congressman, and an occasional aristocrat. And then I got me a Georgia mansion in an elegant New York townhouse flat, and I ain't no in this world there's a lot of self-righteous hypocrites that call me bad. They criticize Mama for turning me out no matter how little we had. But I ain't had to worry about nothing for now all 15 years. But I can still hear the desperation in my poor mama's voice ringing in my ear. Here's your one chance, fancy, don't let me down. Here's your one chance, fancy, don't let me down. Lord, forgive me for what I do, but if you want out, well, it's up to you. Now don't let me down, hon, your mama's gonna move you uptown. Well, I guess she did. Well, I guess she did. Oh, my mama. Yeah, my mama. My mama loved me, so I guess she did it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cody Smith-Rollins. Give him a big round of applause.